Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I am Andrea Gonzalez, the 2019-2020 Senior Class President for Natomas High School. I want to welcome each of you to the Natomas High School graduation ceremony. As a Nighthawk tradition, to honor our strength and our diversity, we will have students say welcome in their native language. And to start this off, welcome!
In Tagalog, maligayang pagdating.
In Punjabi, Sasikal Jiayanu.
In Palawan, Ali Rakoy.
French, bonjour.
In Spanish, bienvenidos.
On behalf of my fellow classmates, I would like to thank all of our family, friends, and staff members for contributing to our success. Please join with us as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and good evening, Nighthawk family. I'm Natomas High School Principal Scott Pitts. Welcome to our graduation 2020. I would like to introduce the honored guests who are joining us tonight. Natomas Unified Board of Trustees, Lisa Kaplan, President. Scott Dosick, Vice President. Micah Grant, Clerk. Jag Baines, Member. Susan Heredia, Member. Thank you for your continued dedication to the students of Natomas High School. I would like to also welcome all of our guests, staff, students, families, and friends who are joining us tonight. Welcome. Class of 2020, there are many family members, loved ones, and mentors who have played a role in your success today. Please be sure to take a moment and say thank you to these loved ones. Finally, I would like to introduce our class of 2020. This is the class who increased CASP scores in English language arts to the highest level in our school's history. This is the class who soared in accessing advanced placement with 58% of students taking an AP class in their senior year alone, and who grew our AP Capstone program to the largest number of students ever involved at Natomas High School. This is the class who have soared in growing our career technical education CTE programs by continuing the traditions of NTV and our digital media program, and filling our health pathway to capacity to study an expanse of health sciences, including volunteering in the Terry Burns Health Clinic. This is the class who continued the competitive spirit in our engineering pathway, preparing for the Solar Regatta, as well as diving into the study of drone technology, and who duly enrolled in American River College courses through our CTE automotive program. This is the class who led our MESA team to victories across Northern California region, and who helped to build an NHS National Honor Society through their time on campus. This is the class who reestablished sports on campus during their varsity years, like men's volleyball, swimming, and golf, and who this year led Natomas High School to a men's soccer Division IV Northern California State Championship. This is the class who earned admission into state colleges and universities across California, including UC Davis, UCLA, and University of California at Berkeley, as well as admission to private universities across our region, such as Willamette, St. Mary's, and the University of the Pacific. This is the class with students stepping up to serve our nation and protect our freedom in the United States Army, Navy, and Marines. Class of 2020, for many reasons, including your optimism, resilience, and achievement, you will be one of, if not the, most remembered classes in Natomas High School's history. Whatever direction your dreams take you, you are always a Nighthawk. We wish you well, and we are so proud of you as you soar into the future, the Nighthawk way. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you and help me celebrate our class of 2020. Please join me in welcoming a student who has been a positive force on campus and a tremendous leader for the student body as the senior class president. I know she will go on to do great things at Sacramento State University next year. I would now like to introduce Andrea Gonzalez.
Seniors, to my humble abode and to the most unforgettable graduation ceremony of the century. This one will go down in the history books. We got the high school musical experience we've all dreamed about. It all happens on a silver screen. And we didn't get to rig Sportsorama, but we got to rig Homecoming. Well, it was a fair competition. We earned that. Sorry, not sorry, sophomores. We should have had that winter dance, though. But just because we didn't have a traditional graduation ceremony does not mean it lessens our accomplishments at all. The class of 2020 definitely left an imprint, for sure, no doubt. Our varsity girls volleyball team won their first game in 9 years. Our boys varsity soccer team won divisional state champs. Sohan drained his bank account multiple times. His stickers will live on in the girls' bathroom. His horse will become our new mascot. And who can forget the annual water fights of Field Day or Simon's rally performances? And despite losing 3 months of hands-on learning, we have accomplished what we have worked for 12 years. We have earned our high school diploma. Our yellow brick road has now appeared. We're no longer in Kansas. We're on our way to the Emerald City, baby. Our generation will inevitably impact the world and incite change. This year did not turn out the way that we wanted it, but we can't change the past, and we gotta keep soon. And we will come out of this quarantine a stronger generation, ready to take on the world. Because whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And no matter how far you'll move away, or how old we get, we'll always be the Quarantine Nighthawks of 2020. And whether our calendar ends in 2021 or 3005, it is always a great day to be a Nighthawk. Cool!
Thank you, Andrea. Our next speaker will be graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.184 and will be attending UC Berkeley to major in computer science. Introducing the salutatorian for the class of 2020, Gilberto Beto Damian.
I was nearly done with a speech a few months back that defined success, involved the outlook of the future, the grander scale of a new era, the significance of our graduation location. A speech that seems far too irrelevant and insensitive for this near future that was so suddenly brought upon us. It's hard to imagine what was lost. Keeping track of the days we spent hours of scrolling through YouTube is just as difficult as accepting the loss of an ocean of caps flying through the air at the end of this ceremony. It burns our just arisen pride to know that we deserve what those before us had received after enduring the same struggles as we did. We do, don't we? Yes, we do. Merely weeks before our school was shut down, I remember the dread of maintaining my life with a combination of schoolwork, personal issues, and sleeping. I remember the restless nights of finishing up assignments leading to the occasional routine of literally crying myself to sleep out of anxiety and stress. I wanted school to end with a passion, and I believe that all of us can agree that we have felt this way at least once. Hopefully I'm not alone on that crying part. Quite frankly, I didn't expect to get what I wanted. But if I knew that the end of my experience meant the countless shortcomings of others, begging for that finale of fulfillment that would be the acclaimed celebration of a lifetime, the painstaking haul of clocking out all of Chatra's next day to work at 2 a.m. would have been a more forgiving feat, because we've earned that last hurrah. I often look at my high school experience in retrospect, and my mind always resorts back to the cliche saying that goes something along the lines of, you never know what you have until it's gone. But even though that phrase may seem so true to where we are now, deep down inside, I know, we all know, that what we have is not gone. We deserve more, that's a given. We've earned the relief of 12 years of work as we walk alongside our past accomplishments, whether those be the goals you've scored to make us NorCal state champions, or successfully hiding your phone for multiple class periods and still getting your diploma today. Amazing multitasking, you all. We've achieved the ability to continue our legacy through the obstacles we've overcome. A legacy that will only expire if you define everything you deserve by the little things you've received. We have not received the final months of our 12-year journey, but have we earned them? Yes, we have. We have not received a day in person to say goodbye to the teachers that have helped us grow as scholars and leaders, but have we earned it? Yes, we have. We have not received a proper graduation that brings a sense of fulfillment and dignity, but have we earned it? Yes, we have. We've earned the right to be in some history books, for crying out loud. If everyone can take at least one thing out of this speech, I hope that one thing is to never forget what you deserve. Never forget what you fought for, because what you've earned is still there. For all those that struggle to fit in, know that your individuality and self-confidence that you've built in yourself is still there. For all those that were in sports, know that the stamina, strength, and leadership that you've developed is still there. For all those that were social, know that the true friends that you've made are still there. For all the people that strive to get straight A's, know that your work ethic that drove you to achieve such an accomplishment is still there. This year, the class of 2020 may not have had the chance to experience a proper celebration to commend the overcoming of our obstacles, but at least we've made the accomplishments to say that we deserve to. And that knowledge itself is worth more than any of the bells and whistles. Walk this earth knowing that you're part of history. Walk this earth knowing that you deserve something. This crazy life of ours has just started, and we have plenty of time to celebrate. So whether it's your family writing Class of 2020 all over your car and hollering to the world that you've made it, or if it's just you and your buddies in a video call in your caps and gowns doing a virtual graduation, embrace it. Make the effort to do what you couldn't, because you deserve to do it sooner or later. Thank you.
Thank you, Beto. Our next speaker will be graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.214 and will be attending UC Davis to major in computer science and engineering. Introducing the valedictorian for the class of 2020, Samantha Iraheta.
Welcome families, loved ones, the Natomas Unified staff, and most importantly, a big congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. Bienvenidos a nuestras familias, seres queridos, maestros, y felicidades a los graduados de la clase de 2020. From learning our 1, 2, 3s and ABCs as toddlers, to learning that nothing, and I repeat, nothing is free in economics class, we are finally closing a chapter in our lives that was significant to the lessons we've learned and the individuals we've become. But today not only marks a closing, it marks the beginning of several opportunities to change the world. I'm sure most of us never thought this day would come. I remember being a little kid at Beanstalk, the preschool at Jefferson Elementary, earning the little diploma they usually hand out at the end of the school year. As a 4-year-old, I remember thinking I would never reach the end. And now here I am before my class, ready to say goodbye to our home, Natomas High. If I had to pick one, my favorite thing about Natomas is our diversity and how open we are to those around us. During the past 4 years, I've learned that many of us might not share the same story, but we all know how to be there for our neighbor when they need us. Of course, this was evident in our support during our soccer team's championship game, where we all came together as one, as the soccer boys brought home the victory. One of our most incredible characteristics is that we are able to persevere when faced with adversity. The year we were all looking forward to didn't necessarily go the way we planned, and yet we successfully pushed through. That is what we Nighthawks are all about. Now more than ever, we stand united as a community watching out for one another. So why don't we take this lesson to encourage ourselves to pursue our dreams, chase our goals, and to never give up. I mentioned that our class is one that perseveres, which I believe speaks volumes of what we are capable of. I know that among our graduates we have the next superstar athlete, the next CEO of a major company, and a bunch of scholars who are capable of making a difference in the world. But we couldn't get to where we are today without the teachers, staff, and family who made our success their top priority. Teachers, we are beyond grateful to have had you as our mentors these past few years. You are the ones who believed in us when we didn't. To our families, thank you for your support when we were scared high school freshmen, and now, soon to be scared college freshmen. I don't think I'd be attending college if it weren't for my family who did everything in their power to make sure I could reach this day. Mom, Dad, les agradezco mucho por todo su apoyo. Los amo. Wherever our next chapter takes place, college, work, or military, there's someone who made a positive impact on all our journeys after high school. Despite all the stress we caused her with our FAFSA and college applications, Ms. Hernandez never gave up on us and always motivated us to pursue our dreams. Thank you. And I don't believe words can describe how thankful we are to everyone in our district who did everything in their power to push us forward these past 2 months, even as they faced several challenges. I know this isn't the ending we were expecting. None of us expected that the only way to communicate with our teachers was through Zoom meetings held in our kitchens and living rooms. But today we are able to share our accomplishments and our achievements with our loved ones. Today is a day of celebration. Today is our day, all about us. The great Dr. Seuss once wrote, "Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you." So always do what makes you happy, and remember, class of 2020, that it's always a great day to be a Nighthawk.
Thank you, Samantha. It is a tradition at Natomas High School for the students to select a staff member to speak at graduation. The staff speaker selected by the class of 2020 is Susana Hernandez.
Class of 2020. I stand before you in the place that gives me great comfort, wearing a gown that you all signed showing your commitment to graduate this year. I'm literally surrounded by you and the memories you created here. I feel so overwhelmingly grateful to have been a part of your journey. My journey is very similar to many of yours. My family immigrated to the U.S. from Zacatecas. My mother finished second grade, and my dad never went to school at all. Yet here I am, 2 degrees later, and 20 years as an educator under my belt. The journey I started when I graduated from high school led me here to help you launch your journey at Natomas High 4 years ago. None of us could have imagined when we were freshmen together that our final year together would end quite like this. This year started as a regular school year, then we got to March and everything changed. I didn't know on March 12th that you and I would not spend the rest of your senior year together. I didn't know that I would not get to open the doors to the College and Career Center for lunch again to see students from every group on campus, a microcosm of our school, come and eat all my snacks in the blink of an eye, play Jenga, practice TikTok dances, and zigzag through the room playing tag. I wish I could give all of you the ending to the senior year you had planned and the graduation you and your families dreamed of. But what I wish most for you today, as I stand here in this room where we made plans for your hopes and futures, is that you don't let what you didn't get to do your senior year overshadow everything that led you to this moment. Remember the spark of possibility you felt as you listened to presentations about colleges all over the country. Remember the long hours we spent on college applications, but also remember the high fives and the tears of joy that we shed when you were accepted to your first choice school. Also, remember the relief you felt after submitting your FAFSA or your DREAM Act and realizing that you could afford to go to college. Although it may not be in a traditional setting, you still deserve to be celebrated. You have accomplished so much. These last few months have been one of many obstacles you will face in life. For some of you, it was one of the first big trials to test your perseverance. For others, it has been the latest in many hardships in your young lives. Even with the obstacles of distance learning, and even with the disappointment of the loss of senior events, you have earned your diplomas. You did it! Many of you are the first in your families to graduate. The class of 2020 is off to four-year campuses and community colleges, to the military, and into the workforce. I have no doubt that you will continue to accomplish great feats in your future. I know this because you all got the same Nighthawk perseverance we saw in our men's soccer team this year. Back before all of the changes, one of the biggest disappointments our school faced was the day our men's soccer team had a devastating loss at the league championship. But that did not turn out to be the end of their story. Their work was not done. They headed back to practice, despite their disappointment, because they had more games to play. Against all odds, they defeated teams one by one until eventually they brought the first state championship to the district. The Nighthawk tenacity is in each of you too. You have all lost a lot this year, but you're still champions. You will get past this, and when we do, we will be stronger for it. You will pursue bigger and better goals, and when it looks like you've lost it all, you'll play again. And just like we were for the soccer team, the rest of us will be here cheering you on. I know I speak for many of the staff here when I say that we look forward to seeing you up close again. We can't hug you and give you the pats on the back you deserve, but we send you off into the world with our deepest love and our confidence that you have what it takes to get through life's challenges. I don't know when we'll be back on campus, but I will always be here to help you with anything that you may need. And I hope you know that I will still be reminding you to complete your FAFSA or your DREAM Act every October. Congratulations, class of 2020, and congratulations to every person in your support system who helped you make it to this point. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. And now, it is my pleasure to begin the presentation of diplomas. Ms. Lisa Kaplan, President of the Board of Trustees, I have the honor to recommend to you the candidates for graduation from Natomas High School for the 2019-2020 school year. They have satisfactorily completed all requirements prescribed by the state of California and the Natomas Unified School District.
Congratulations, Natomas High School Nighthawks 2020 graduating seniors. Are you ready? All right. Now, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of California and the Natomas Unified School District, I confer upon each one of you the diploma for high school graduation for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations appertained thereon too. You are 2020 senior strong, and I offer my heartfelt congratulations.
All right, Nighthawks, let us honor the long-standing tradition of graduates past, present, and future by moving your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. At this time, I am honored to present to you the Natomas High School Class of 2020. Congratulations.
And as always,
It's a great day to be back.